This video is sponsored by Guapku. If you're looking for a reliable modded GTA account for PS4, Xbox One, or PC, then this is the place to go. Their link is in the description below. Alright guys, how's it going? So as you'll probably know, every Thursday the double money thing changes, so like a different thing is double money. Usually it's just like races or shit like that, so usually you don't really care, but when it's like MC businesses or crates or like bunker or something like that, usually everyone's like doing loads of it. But it's only for a week, so it's every Thursday it changes. So it's like 11 AM right now on Saturday, so I'm a bit light in getting it out. I recorded it, like the gameplay for it I recorded yesterday, because it was like Thursday evening that I realised it was double money. And yes, I recorded the gameplay for it yesterday. But yeah, I got this comment on the last video I posted. I'm pretty sure I'd already recorded the gameplay for this before I'd even seen this, but I guess that's kind of good timing. So this video, it's not really anything that new, it's basically just another grinding method. So yeah, this is pretty much just another like grinding guide. I've done quite a few of these in the past, and it is basically like similar stuff, but at the moment VIP work is triple RP and money, and vehicle cargo is double money and RP as well, so it's mainly like based around that. So I'll get this video out later today, but yeah, you do only have until Thursday to really make the most of this, so I'd get on it as soon as possible. But even after that stops, it's still a good method to make money. Like it's still good anyway. So yeah, like title wise for this, I'm just going for like 750k to a mil roughly. It's in that ballpark. I made a little bit over a mil, like 80k over a mil, but I went past the 1 hour point. I went for like an hour and 10 minutes or 15 minutes, not that much over. So yeah, it's not completely precise. Obviously it depends what missions you get, so it might take a bit longer or a bit quicker depending on your luck with the missions, but it's like roughly an hour give or take, and roughly 750k to a mil. And yeah, you can pretty much just do this over and over again and make about, yeah, like 800-900k every time, like every hour pretty much. So yeah, obviously you want to make sure and have your MC businesses and bunker fully resupplied first, that way that's like generating money while you're doing this other stuff. So yeah, you want to have your spawn location set to your office. I was doing this in invite only lobby. It's definitely going to be quicker, because if you try and do this in a public lobby, you know, obviously it's only a matter of time before there's going to be people griefing you and stuff like that, so it's not going to last. You can't do it for the whole hour without getting griefed, probably. So that's just my fan of an Xbox. Does anyone else have that, like the Xbox One X, the little mini fridge looking thing? Like, it always overheats to fuck. Like, there's not even anything blocking the vents or anything. Every time it's on, it's like making that humming noise well loud. It's fucking annoying. I never used to have that with any of the other Xboxes. Oh well. But yeah, so I just do this in an invite only lobby, and like a lot of the stuff that you're going to be starting like originates from the office, and you can like get full snacks again and get a helicopter or any vehicle you want and stuff like that. And it just means you can teleport back to your office, because you can just find a new session and go on invite only session again, and it only takes like 10 or 15 seconds, so you're basically teleporting back there, so it like cuts out quite a bit of time doing that. So yeah, you want to just start off by doing a vehicle cargo mission, because obviously that's double money, so you want to sell one of them as quick as you can. There used to be a way to only get top range. If you would have all the standard and mid ranges already, it wouldn't give you the same car twice, so it would just only be top range every time. But they patched that, and you can have 2 of the same car now, or 3 or whatever, so it's pretty annoying. A lot of the time it does just give you standard and mid range ones, and they don't make you as much. So obviously ideally you want top range. I mean, you could just keep finding a new session until you get a top range. I mean, there might be a cooldown though. I don't know if you might have to wait for a couple minutes. I don't really know. If there's a way around that, put it in the comments. I don't really know, but I already had a few top range ones in my garage already. My garage was full, but I only had like 4 top range ones, so that shows that you can't do that method anymore. So yeah, it wouldn't even let me start one because it was full. So yeah, I just started a headhunter, because that's like one of the quickest and easiest ones to do. I recommend using the deluxe, so it's better than helicopters, and it's better than the shit oppressor. The rockets are way more accurate, and you hold like more than double the amount of them, so you never run out. You got plenty to go around all the targets. So every location that they're standing still, there's a a good place where you can kill them. I could make a separate video going through it for each one maybe, but like, you know what I mean, like each location where they're standing there, there's a certain like roof where you go on where you can get them, and where you're not going to get killed or whatever. Most of them there's a vantage point where you can get them like that. So yeah, the oppressor sucks, the rockets are shit, and you only hold 20, so you're probably going to run out, because if you just keep shooting rockets at the car, it takes like 8 or 9 of them to blow it up. But if you hit it with 2 rockets, then the car will stop and all of them get out and run away. So if you're trying to save rockets, just hit them with just 2, and then just wait for them to get out, and then shoot one at the right time so that right as they get out, it hits them. But yeah, this is another location where they're stationary, so just go on the motorway up here and you just get them with an RPG. And yeah, so you get anywhere from like 62 to 66k for these. So yeah, I just went straight to my vehicle warehouse after that and sold a top range car, so that's 200k for that. Obviously if you're in the lobby on your own, you'll have the blue Sultans coming after you, but as long as you're alright at driving, they're not a problem. Like, you get used to where they spawn. They always spawn in the same place, so you get used to it, and there's a way to avoid them pretty much. You just go around them and shit, and as long as you don't crash, they don't really catch up with you. They never really bother me, other than when they spawn up ahead of you and you have to go past them. That's it. But yeah, so 200k for that. So the total already is about 265k roughly. So yeah, you just want to head to your agency. If you've got an apartment closer to it, you could teleport to that, because often the vehicle cargo ends you up quite far out of the city, like at Chumash or at Martin Madrazo's house or something. That's quite a long way from your agency probably, so, or just get your oppressor or something, whatever's fastest. And then yeah, just go to your agency, make sure I keep getting the safe as well. That fills up quite quick. That's quite frequently full, like where it comes up saying that it's reached its maximum capacity. Like, you don't need to do it every time, just every time it hits about 100k or something, just get that. And then yeah, just go on the computer and just start the highest paying contract. But you always want to avoid the asset protection one, because that one sucks. I hate that one. It's like, because you have to do it for the whole length of the time, like you have to do it for like the full 10 minutes, whereas other ones you can, like, you know, complete them quicker and stuff like that. Like, you can complete it as fast as you can complete it, whereas this one, it's like a set time limit. You gotta sit there for 10 minutes and just sit around shitting NPCs, and it doesn't even pay that much anyway. The highest paying ones are the vehicle recovery one, and the one where you destroy stuff, or the one where you steal the thing out of the safe. That one pays quite a lot. Those are the ones you want to do. Or the gang termination ones, I think they pay alright as well. But yes, this one here is for 67k. It's the vehicle recovery one. That is like the highest paying one, although you'd have to rely on luck to a degree, because if it gives you the Humane Labs one, as it did to me, then that's going to take like twice the amount of time. When it gives you that one near Grove Street, that's the best one, because that's like a supercar, so it's way quicker, and you're in the city. It's only like a mile and a half or something away from your agency anyway, so it takes like a third of the time. But the one we gotta go all the way Humane Labs, and you gotta drive what is essentially the exact same as a post-op van from all the way out there, like it takes like at least 3 or 4 times the time compared to driving at the Ignis or whatever from like a mile and a half just from near Grove Street to your agency. Like, so you just have to rely on luck and hope you don't get the Humane Labs one. But if you do, I mean, you can exit your agency in a helicopter and fly there, and you know, it's only going to take like 10 minutes maybe, but I mean, it's up to you. Or you could just make a new invite only session. Like I said, it takes like 15 seconds or so it doesn't take long to do. Just teleport you back to your office. So. But yeah, you just want to leave your agency in a helicopter, because it's the quickest way to get to where you need to be. So yeah, I did get the Humane Labs one. I just went and just did it. I just went and got on with it. I was going to just do it, because like I said, it does take quite a long time, but it's not like it takes like 20 or 30 minutes. Like, it's not all that long still. It's still the same mission, so it's not that bad. But it does take way longer than driving a supercar for like just within the city. So yeah, I accidentally blew the van up. I mean, not really accidentally, like they were really close. It was kind of deliberate. It was just the underlying sort of deep down resentment of the fact that I'd got that mission. I just kind of deep down wanted to blow that shit post-op van up. I didn't want to drive it all the way to the city, like 5 miles or some shit. So, I mean, it was kind of accidental a bit, but it was like 80% deliberate. It was a bit of an accident. I thought that like maybe it might survive because it's like a mission vehicle. It might be able to survive a few explosions. I just had no regard for it. If it blew up, I don't care because I don't want to drive it to the city anyway. So it was one of them things. But yeah, it got blown up. But I mean, so yeah, I just teleported back to the city or to my facility. I didn't have my apartment invite, I don't think. No, it wasn't there for whatever reason. And I just got a helicopter and just fucking yeah, and then I realised you can just find a new session and just teleport back to your office. So I did that. So yeah, normally you'd have completed that mission. I did most of it, like the whole bit inside Humane Labs, shooting all the enemies and opening the door. I did like all the mission. All I had to do was just drive it back. So I pretty much did complete it. So yeah, by this point you should have completed that and got 67k or 50k or something, like these high paying ones. It's like 40, 50, 60k. I wouldn't waste your time with the ones that's like 31k. I'd do like 50, 60k. It's like twice the amount. So like the specialist ones and that. So yeah, and then once you completed that, when you just like in your agency, you could just find a new session or a new invite only lobby and just to get back to your office quickest, because that's 15 seconds. I doubt you can get out of your agency and then get to your office quicker than that. And then yeah, if you just go to the receptionist in your office and just do the export mixed goods thing on the bottom, that pays 50k and it doesn't take long at all. Like the truck you drive is pretty fast. It does go pretty quick. You just have to drive it from one of your cargo warehouses to the docks, so usually it's only like a mile and a half or something like that. Now usually nothing happens. Usually like 9 times out of 10 you just go there and get in it and drive it there, nothing happens at all. But sometimes you get the cops on you. Like that happened to me this time. I just got 3 stars even though I didn't do anything, and I couldn't bribe the cops. I couldn't remove it from Leicester, so I had no option but to hide somewhere and lose them, even though there's like helicopters on me and stuff in this big fucking truck. So I just drove it to the drop off and just easy way outed, but when I respawned I still had the cops anyway, so there wasn't really much I could do. So I just went in the sea and just lost them in there, and then got in and delivered it and got the 50k, and then made a new invite only lobby to get back to my office because the docks is miles away. And then yeah, just get your deluxe. So again, by this point you'll be able to do another headhunter. The cooldown's only about 10 minutes, or like I don't even know how long. It's like 7 minutes or something like that. Sorry, I don't even know. No, it's a 10 minutes, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, just get the deluxe again, just do that. So that's another 62 or so k, 63k usually, or 61.5 roughly, whatever. So yeah, then I just went back to my agency and started the vehicle recovery one again, and I only just did that one. Like you would have thought there'd be a cooldown, but I didn't complete the mission, so maybe the cooldown isn't there, I don't know, or maybe you can actually do it again that soon. I don't actually even know, but this is just what I did. If you completed that mission that I messed up on, well, kind of deliberately fucked up, semi-deliberately. If you completed that, then I think you'd get the cooldown maybe. I don't know if you'd be able to do it again this soon, because I literally just did that. But either way, this is what I did. The LSI one does take a little bit longer than the one near Grove Street, but it's not that bad, and you're still just like within the city, and it's a motorbike, so it's fast. Like it's not that shit post-op van and having to drive triple the distance. So yeah, I just used like the grenade launcher a lot in here, like the bike's inside the plane, so it's not really gonna get blown up. There's quite a lot of enemies, but it doesn't take that long. Just like use snacks and stuff like that, and then yeah, it doesn't take long to get back. So then, yeah, so that's another 67k for that. So yeah, just leaving the helicopter again, and then you just want to do another VIP mission. I did Sightseer, which was kind of a bit of a mistake. I kind of regret having chose that, but Headhunter was still on cooldown, and there's not all that many that you can really do. And this one is pretty easy, but it does usually take quite a long time. Like, you do sometimes get lucky, and all 3 of the packages are just like within the city, so you're just going around the city. It's only like a mile or 2 between each one. If you get lucky like that, then it's like really quick and easy, but a lot of the time it does end you up at like Palito Bay and all this lot, so like it can be an absolute pain in the ass as well. This time it wasn't great for me. It did have me all the way out at the whole top of the map, but I just did it like with a helicopter. It doesn't take all that long. The map isn't that big really, and the hack things are easy to do, so it takes a little bit longer than the Headhunter, especially if you get unlucky with the drops, but sometimes you do get lucky and they're all within the city and whatever. But yeah, it's still an easy 60 whatever k. 67k. Yeah, this one is like a bit higher paying than the Headhunter, so it takes a bit longer but pays a bit higher, I guess. And yeah, you want to always make use of that luxury helicopter feature as well, because that's like a good way to teleport back to your office as well. I just did that because it ended me up way out at the top of the map. I could have just found a new session, but I just did this. I don't know, it might be a bit quicker. I don't know, probably takes about the same amount of time, to be honest. It's still like teleporting back. Oh no, sorry, I didn't actually teleport to my office. I went to my vehicle warehouse, right enough. Sorry, I'm just watching through the video now. But yeah, you can use it to teleport to your office as well. But I went to my vehicle warehouse. So the vehicle cargo cooldown is about 20 minutes. So I don't know if I'm able to even do one yet. Yeah, I was. So yeah, you should be able to sell another car by now. Just do another top range if you've got it. Now I know I'm not factoring in the fact you need to do the missions to get these as well. I did happen to have them already, so I didn't really need to do any missions to get them for the purpose of this. So I guess at this point you should probably just do a vehicle source mission and steal one and then sell it. But I mean, that's only another 5-10 minutes or something probably. And if it gives you a standard range, you can just find a new session and just start it again. You might have to wait a couple minutes for a cooldown though, but I mean, that's not the end of the world. So yeah, I had two of the same car here. I just sold one of them. So yeah, it's another 200k here. So yeah, this isn't like a full-on like money making guide, because obviously like you get a lot of like really critical people in the comments saying that you know, false advertising. Oh, I couldn't make that much that quick or whatever. Like, it's rough, and it's just what I did. I made roughly that in roughly that time. Like, and I know I didn't have to do the missions to steal these cars I'm selling, so I guess that probably does take the time down a bit. But who cares? Maybe it's an hour and a half. Then does it really matter? You get a lot of very pedantic little fuckers in the comments, but it's not really a guide exactly. I'm just showing you what I did. This did take between an hour and an hour and a half. The footage recording is about an hour and a half, but I went AFK a couple of times and I like paused the stopwatch on my phone. Like I set like a timer thing on my phone for an hour, and you can like pause it. So I did that a couple of times. Went AFK a bit, so that's why this recording is longer. But yeah, it's about an hour and 15 minutes or something like that, but it doesn't matter. But people seem to really think it matters a lot. People seem to get very bothered by little details like that, like on grinding videos I've made in the past. But who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you what I did here, and you can just basically do the same if you need to stop and do the mission to steal it, so be it. They only take 5-10 minutes. But yeah, the missions aren't that hard and they don't take that long. It's just a question of like actual getting a top range one. That's what you want. Mid ranges are still more or less worth your while doing. They pay like 120k, so it's still like that's still better than top ranges normally, and normally you do top range anyway, so like it's still basically worth your time to do. But standard range probably really isn't, unless you're like really low on money and well needing it. Then I guess it's going to pay about 60 or 70k, so I guess it's still okay to do that. But I mean, just whatever, just do what you want, mate. I'm just showing you here what I did, right? So sold that for roughly 200k. You always lose a few hundred or a couple grand, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, after I finished that, I just found a new session again and brought it to my office. So I don't know what the cooldown is on this export mixed goods thing, but like I do recommend doing that pretty much as often as you can, because you're going to be coming back to your office quite a bit anyway if you're like making a new invite only lobby to teleport back to it, so you can check. I don't know what the cooldown is though. Someone could put it in the comments if they know, but I don't think it's all that long, because I've done it like consecutively pretty close a few times. Like I can remember times where I've done it having already done it pretty recently, like only 20 minutes ago or something like that. I think you can do it pretty often because it's an easy 50k. Like I said, it takes like less than 5 minutes. You only have to drive the truck for like 1 or 2 miles, just depending on how far your warehouse is from the docks, but most of mine are kind of near there anyway, so it's an easy 50k. But yeah, I couldn't do one, so just get the Deluxo again and just start another Headhunter. Like I said, the cooldown for that is only about 10 minutes, so you can do them pretty frequently. So same with that, just do that as frequently as you can. Just make sure you're in the city when you start, because if you're out of the city, then all the targets will be like one in Palito Bay, one in Grapeseed, one at the military base, like they're miles away. But if they're all within the city, it's pretty quick to get between them. So yeah, it's another pretty common station relocation here. Like I was saying, for most locations like that where the target is standing still, not the ones where they're in the armoured limo. For pretty much every single one, there's like a rooftop, like I was saying. For this, there's a guard near that propane tank, so if you shoot that, it takes him out, otherwise he'll probably kill you. But then you can just shoot a rocket right there and get the target. So every location like this where they're stood still like that, there's a certain vantage point where you can easily get them without being at risk of getting killed, really. All the other ones, you just get them with the rockets on the car. Like I said, you can use the oppressor for this, but the rockets aren't that good. They're less likely to hit it, and you're going to probably run out because you only have 20 of them. But it's a bit quicker than the deluxe, though, so I don't know, just whatever. I use the deluxe, though, because I like just having all the rockets I'm going to need. I don't like having to worry about running out. So yeah, it's 64k. The longer it takes, you do get more. So like, say that other one I completed pretty quick, I got 61. This one took a bit longer, I got 64. But obviously a few grand doesn't make a difference. I'd rather have 61k, but it take, well, better be well quick to do. I don't like when it takes a long time, even though you get a few grand extra. It's not worth it, but it is what it is. So yeah, after this I just went back to my agency again. The cooldowns aren't very long on these contracts. You can do them pretty frequently to each other. Just make sure you're doing the highest paying one. This is the other one I was on about, the liquidize assets. That's the one we have to destroy all the stuff and plan the charges on the wall. That pays about 50k. And that recover valuables one as well, that's a pretty high paying one. But yeah, just the asset protection one, just never ever do that. That one's so boring. I hate that one. It sucks ass, mate. So yeah, this one's pretty easy. You just follow the Jeep and then just fuck the place up. So yeah, that's 48k for that. Now I started a transporter. Now I'm pretty sure you do need to own the Wastelander to be able to do this mission. So I guess if you don't have that, you can't do this, but there's plenty of other VIP jobs you can do. They're all triple money and RP. But this mission is good. It's pretty easy. The Wasteland is pretty fast. You only have to do like 4 or 5 miles, so it doesn't take that long. Although to be fair, only like rich people probably own the Wastelander, because like noobs or people who are shorter on money are probably not going to waste their money on this useless fucking thing. It's just kind of a piss around vehicle, sort of. So this is just if you have it, you can do this. But yeah, so I got 66k for that one. So yeah, at this point, this is about the 1 hour mark now. This is like the timer on my phone went off. So it'd been about an hour now, but I did keep going. I just got a luxury helicopter back to my office because I wanted to see if I could do the exporting the mixed goods yet, and I could do that at this point. And you know, it wasn't that long ago that I last checked, and it wouldn't let me do it, but I now can, and I did it not that long ago. So the cooldown's probably around like 20-30 minutes. I'm not sure how long it is, but yeah, I would just do it pretty much whenever you can, really. It only takes a few minutes to do, and just make sure to refill the snacks as well, because you need them on these missions. It saves you a lot of time rather than like dying and having to respawn and stuff. So yeah, I got the cops on me again this time, but I just hid in the train tunnels until I lost them. This is a pretty good place to hide. It's not far from the docks. I don't know why I kept getting them on me, because like I said, like I've done this quite a few times recently, and I would never really get them on. Usually nothing happens at all. You just drive it straight there. But it's not that big a deal. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass. You just have to sit around for a couple minutes and lose them. But yeah, and then after this I started this ploughed mission, the Phantom Wedge one. It's the same deal with this as the Wastelander. Like, you do have to own the Phantom Wedge to be able to do this mission. But I would recommend getting it if you've got the money for it, because it's good for haulage as well. I'm pretty sure I haven't done that so far in this, but that is another good mission to do. The Phantom Wedge is really good for it. It goes way faster than the normal truck cabs. Or if you don't have it, you can use your MOC cab. That works well as well, and that can survive a bunch of explosions, which the Phantom Wedge can't. So yeah, use either of them for haulage. That pays the same, about 66k, and you just have to drive it about 4 or 5 miles, and it's pretty fast, so it only takes a few minutes. So yeah, haulage is a good one to do. But yes, I started this ploughed one. I know it's been well over an hour, but I did just want to include this in the video because it is a good mission to do. It's kind of the same deal as with the sightseer. Like, there's 3 different locations you got to go to, and it's just luck where they are. Sometimes you do get it where all 3 of them are like within the city, like at the docks or whatever, but there's still like a good couple miles apart usually. But sometimes, like I had that not long ago where all 3 of them were within the city. I didn't really have to go out to Blaine County to do this, but a lot of the time one of them's in the city, and then you do have to go out of the city, so sometimes it's quite quick and other times it can take a bit longer. But either way, the Phantom Wedge is pretty fast and it pushes all the cars out of the way, so it doesn't take long to get around. So yeah, this is really easy. You just have to go to 3 locations and just drive into 3 different stacks of like crates or whatever, like supply crates you gotta destroy. So there's like 3 stacks of them. You just drive into them. You don't have to hit them that hard. You can even just hit them like pretty gently and it'll still count. So yeah, it's really easy, and the enemies don't really do anything. You don't have to shoot them. They don't really kill you or anything. So this is really easy. It doesn't take that long to do. And yeah, this does pay quite a bit higher than the other ones. So I got 85k for this one, because normally you get 30k for this, whereas the other ones like Headhunter, you only get like 20k. And like Executive Search and Sightseer and things like that, you get like 20-something k. But with this, you normally get 30. So it should be around 90, but it's 85. What the fuck, there's an absolute helicopter there. But yeah, so all the other ones pay around like 60 something K, so this one's like 80 or 90k, so and it doesn't really take any longer to do than any of the other ones really. Like it probably takes less time than like Sightseer, honestly. Also, see how there's like proper chemtrails now in GTA. I swear that didn't used to be the case. It's like the channel like get us used to seeing them. So yeah, after that I'm pretty sure that was basically me just done. I just drove to the airfield, got a plane and just fucked off. Yeah, that is the end of it. So yeah, it's been like a bit over an hour, like 15 minutes or something like that, but roughly an hour in the ballpark of that. If you're quick and using a presser, maybe you could do it in an hour, who knows. If you get lucky with the missions, it'll take about an hour, but it's like minimum like an hour, you know. But yeah, so you make anywhere from about 800k to about a mil every hour and 10-15 minutes, something like that. But yeah, I don't like do the missions in that exact order every single time. Like, you know, by the time you do like a bunch of missions, something else, the cooldown is ended, so you can just do that again. So you can pretty much just rotate these missions. It doesn't really matter that much what order you do them in. But you definitely want to like prioritize vehicle cargo and VIP work. Like I said, vehicle cargo is every 20 minutes, so you can sell a top range car technically every 3 times an hour pretty much. So that's already 600k there if it's top range. So yeah, I hope you found this video informative. Please like it if you did, and subscribe. Like I said, you've only really got until Thursday to be making like proper money from it like that, but even after the double money ends, you'd still be making at least like half a mil an hour from doing this, like 500-600k probably, like, because it's only VIP work and vehicle cargo that's double or triple. Everything else is like normal, like security contracts and the export and mixed goods and stuff like that's the normal pay anyway, so you still get about 500-600k, but definitely want to do it the most until Thursday. That's when you're going to benefit the most from it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a great day, mate.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a